The information on this YouTube channel is not intended or implied to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. All content including text, graphics, images, and information contained on or available through this YouTube channel is for general information purposes only. Somebody gotta say this shit makes no representation and assumes no responsibility for the accuracy of information contained on or available through this YouTube channel, and such information is liable to change without notice. One is encouraged to confirm any information obtained from or through this YouTube channel from other sources and review all information regarding any medical condition and/or treatment with a physician. Never disregard professional medical advice and/or delay seeking treatment because of the information accessible on this YouTube channel. Somebody gotta say this shit does not recommend, endorse, or make any representation about the efficacy, appropriateness, and/or suitability of any specific test, products, procedures, services, opinions, healthcare providers, and/or other information that may be accessible on this YouTube channel. Somebody gotta say this shit is not responsible nor liable for any advice, course of treatment, diagnosis, and/or any other information, services, and/or products obtained through the information accessible on this YouTube channel. Somebody gotta say this shit.
The following program is rated TVMA. Viewer discretion is advised.
Somebody gotta say this shit, so this a bitch. Fuck your government. I'm hesitant to holler out that I'm in. I represent hollow points and Mac 10s. Don't think them shots coming out of them. Last thing that you see is Nat Turner's grin. I'm a savage, not your average white boy, my friend. We ain't shooting. Fuck red, white, and blue. Earth they nerve like militias in the booth. Spit that word like the wisdom nigga too. Get that herb like I need a blunt or two. Fuck y'all all, each and every one of you. You niggas wanna face me? Fuck you motherfuckers too. All you niggas ain't loyal. Fuck the government soil. Bring heat to the planet to this motherfucker boil. There's no more talk. Through the grave y'all walk. I talk for the slave from the grave. Let's war.
Hey Internet friends! The fall of Rome was characterized by multiple plagues that had a huge economic impact. The empire started out with silver coinage but ended with metal coins painted to give the appearance of silver. Rome itself was built on conquest and on expansion, but over the years it stretched itself too thin, weakening its military. In its final moments, Rome experienced a major cultural decline, ultimately leading to its demise, with the empire crumbling under its own decadence, totally turning its back on its traditional values. But in the end, did the people of Rome know what they were witnessing? Did they know it was really the end? Rome deployed a political tool known as bread and circuses to keep its citizens occupied, happy, entertained, giving free grain to all the people of Rome and providing the people with endless entertainment, like gladiatorial games that basically just kept the people distracted from the whole dumpster fire. And in what I just listed out, can you point to any parallels between the fall of Rome and the current situation in the United States?
Oh, I can. Oh, yes, I can. People, I think this might be my most important live stream. I've done many. I've been given this information for a very long time, and I am proud to say that I've been right about our corrupt government since 2008. Yeah, since 2008, and I haven't been wrong yet. Um, what I'm about to tell you is going to be shocking. What I'm about to show you is about to be shocking. It is the end of the dollar. And that is the title. End of the dollar, no more paper, all digital. The rise of the new world currency. See, whether you know it or not, there's a lot of shit going on out here in the world. A lot of shit. And beyond this so-called YouTube desert, YouTube streets that have so much filth and junk, and I come as a beacon of light to share with you some horrifying shit that's going to be affecting you very soon. How soon, you ask? July. Yes, you have until July 2023 to get your shit together because, again, as the title reads, the end of the dollar. No more paper, all digital. The rise of the new world currency. Uh, okay, so I'm trying my best to keep a strong stomach because this is sickening information. I am Irk the Nerve, aka Mr. Somebody. Everybody, somebody. Somebody got to say this shit. Look, it's all come to a head, folks. It's over. It's over. It's over. Free market capitalism is done. The petrodollar as the standard, global standard, is done. It's all over. And I'm about to show you. Okay, so you got to know that all of this started with this administration. Yes, the administration I called the crime family, the Biden crime family. Yes, the approval ratings are just everyone is basically unified in the statement that this is the weakest administration ever in modern history of United States presidencies. This is the weakest. Um, Policy after policy after policy, just there's not a policy that works. There's not a policy that benefits the American people at all. At all. His foreign policy is fucking ridiculous. You see how he just pulled out of Afghanistan and just left all the military weapons and equipment. You remember that? Yeah, never mind. It, you do you remember the sanctions? Do you remember the bailouts? Do you remember Biden inflation? Inflation under Biden, folks. This is what's all of this will fall under this administration. All of this will be, in my opinion, the fault of this presidency, and maybe two or three past presidencies, but it all has come to a head under this administration, the Biden administration. Oh, under the Biden administration, you have food inflation out of control. Just the craziest shit you've ever seen in your life when it comes to prices of food. Some of you've never seen prices like this before in your life. And and the inflation is climbing. So bad that the US dollar is worthless. Now, maybe me saying worthless is moving too fast because there are governments all around the world making sure that uh, it's over, folks. It's over. All the money for free spending, just crazy spending, all that shit. Your money, all your spending is about to be regulated. All of it. How you spend your money, where you spend your money, when you spend your money, all of that shit is about to be stringently regulated. And I'm gonna show you how. But first, we gotta understand that there's some powers out there. There are nation states out there that are done, that are done with American United States hegemony, completely done with it. They're not fucking with us anymore. We're not a global leader financially anymore. No, no. The Chinese money, the yuan or wuan, how you say it, the yuan, yuan, that shit is, yeah, taken over. It's let me slow down because what I'm about to show you is fucking scary. And it starts with these folks right here. See these folks right here. Um, they're basically sick of America. They're sick of America. They're sick of American hegemony. Uh, Sick of being the world. Sick of Americans being the American government being the world bully. They're sick of it, and they've come together. They come together for a common cause, and that common cause is to make the United States of America a third world country, and they're doing a damn good job of it up until this point. Pay attention, because I'm gonna be moving a little bit fast. Mm, mm, mm. You see that headline right there? Breaking. China, a major countries developing rival currency to the US dollar. Yeah, China and what are these major companies? These countries. These major countries are the BRIC countries. Have you heard of BRICS? You know? No? Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. You never heard of BRICS? Well, let's watch a little video so you can understand just a little bit more of what I'm talking about. Pay attention.
Vladimir Putin announced this week that Russia will begin using the Chinese yuan for international payments instead of the dollar. Saudi Arabia is also in talks with Beijing to do the same thing. Speaking of Saudi Arabia, meanwhile, they are in talks with Iran as well to consider an economic alliance with China and Russia. And they can even be joining the BRIC countries, which is an acronym for these countries here, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These countries all have emerging economies. So what happens if our economy and the U.S. dollar are no longer the world's dominant currency?
Well, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. It's going to make living as an American very fucking hard. understand the prices of everything is being completely blown through the roof, like everything. And you have no idea how bad it's going to get. Walski.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, I'm giving them a little rundown of what's the show is about to be about, and it's not looking good, brother. I just started by showing them the the brick countries. You know, the countries that decided that they're done fucking around with America.
Yeah, pretty much the countries that are using bricks to build a wall in between us and them at the moment.
Yeah, also building bricks to keep you away from anything that has to do with prosperity. like those days are done. Like the land of milk and honey, no, it's over. Like those days, it's over, son. Like we have until July, and what do we have to look forward to in July? We're gonna get to that, but it doesn't look good, and I just want to show these people why it doesn't look good. See, right here, breaking: China and major countries developing rival currency to the US dollar. This rival currency is being coined right now as the brick digital coin. It's still in development. That is a plan that they've already inked out, that these countries have already inked out. Did you know that Mexico is soon to be joining the BRICS alliance, along with Saudi Arabia and Iran?
Yeah. So you got the country whose oil backed our dollar for years,
Oh, God.
and a country that is connected to our country. It's
Yeah.
not a good sign, 'cause at this point, really, us Americans should campaign to probably get on the BRICS coin as well.
Mm. Or learn how to speak Mandarin very quickly. Maybe a little Russian on the side will help as well. See, we are now known as a third world country, folks. And just this is like, let's say this is day 4 of third world country for America, because like this is new to us. We got to get used to this. Uh, Most of us, the majority of Americans, don't even know that this is happening. Like this is actually happening now. And the thing is like if we allow what's going to happen in January to happen, then there will absolutely be no escape for the foreseeable future. Um, I want to move and show you how this is happening. See, the BRICS and the BRICS alliance is making a major move, and all of the leading leaders of these nation states are making their stance very clear.
Yeah.
Look at the
Honestly, if you think
president of
about it,
the.
with
Go
all
ahead.
these countries abandoning the dollar like left and right, and our dollar just not being worth shit anymore. If you think about it, everything that we're spending money on right now is like really we're getting everything for free. Because we're not giving, like when you go buy gas right now, you're really not giving the gas station shit.
Oh yeah, and in a few days that will be proven to be true because uh Saudi Arabia has agreed to cut oil. Oh, here it is, right here. Saudi Arabia has agreed to reduce oil production. Yeah, which is going to put a strain on our reserves.
Oh yeah. Well, see, look at that. All the everything that gets shipped here from China. All they got to do is just stop shipping, and they would just wreck our world. Now, the majority of the oil that we get from Saudi Arabia is now going to be Chinese as well. So
Yeah,
basically, all China's got to do is say, "We're done with America. Send nothing over there," and
and they want more.
it's over.
And the Saudis are in a position. The Saudis and the crown prince of Saudi Arabia is in a position to ask for more money for his fucking crude because we're not a global threat anymore.
Oh yeah, like honestly, anybody that we had probably a good deal with or a good business relationship with because of the American currency and the power that it yielded, yeah, that shit's over. We we literally
Absolutely over.
we
Yeah.
literally have taken the upper hand that we've had on the world and shoved it down the fucking toilet.
And the thing is like this is a move away from the dollar, away from Americanized capitalism. Like this is a move completely away from it. China will be the leading powers financially from here on out, and there's no way around it. And with the help of Russia and other countries, they are basically forcing our hand and well, forcing America's hand to do this to us right here. Yeah, CBDC. See, we have to still be a global player, even if we're not, controlling the ball, even if we're not leader of the squad. We got to be a global player nonetheless. So this is the American government's idea to continue to be a global player, even if that means that we're just a global player on the bench, riding the bench. See, the thing is, this will be our new form of currency. This will be our new cash, but it won't be cash at all. It's going to be digital money. This is our new form of money, folks. Get used to it. I'm going to show you how it's going to happen. But first, we need to make sure you understand that there are people in the world that don't fuck with us because of just a long history of bullying, hegemony, and just doing things our way, the American way, I should say. Um, right here, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Russia, Iraq, Kuwait, Oman, and Nigeria to cut oil production output until the end of 2023. Why would they do that? Because they're going to make us pay or use our own shit. It's it's basically uh, it's like death by a thousand cuts, but now it's like now you're really bleeding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, really, if you think about that in itself, it's like the only move to build this country back up would be to almost to go in reverse. We have to go back to the industrial age. Like we
Mm,
got to like start making products over here, our own oil. We got to
mm,
start doing our own oil. We got to start doing steel, things like this to start to have something to offer. And unfortunately, at this point, we went from the industrial revolution building us up, but that'll just keep the lights on at this point because we don't have the upper hand. We have to do it for pennies on the dollar of what we would have done it with if we were doing it the whole time.
mm-hmm.
So it's wild if you think of it, but the thing is too, what our best bet is to uh bring industry back here, work us to the bone for very cheap labor, and sell it to these other countries, but these other countries are just gonna buy it for the cheapest shit, you know what I mean? They're not gonna give us anything really lucrative of it. It's really like they're turning us into the model of the Chinese factory worker at that point. Because I'm telling you, for the past some years, the job at the Toyota plant in Georgetown was vastly different than the job at the Nike factory.
Mm, yeah.
But when your currency ain't shit and you're not a world power anymore, and you're still building Toyotas, it's probably gonna start looking a whole lot more like the Nike factory.
Yeah, because the thing is the cost of all your products, the cost of all your just the most mundane items that you need for your household, for your stomachs, is going to go through the roof. It's going to skyrocket. The prices of oil, the prices of gas, the prices of everything is going to skyrocket from here on out until the government has no other choice but to provide a form of a bailout, which will be the CBDC, and because once you have a currency that was the global standard and is now no more the global standard, and everyone is doing away with it, then those dollars come back home. When those dollars come back home, those dollars, the more every dollar that comes back to this country makes your dollar worthless. You get it? Because now what can you do with it? What can you do with all? Because it's too much of it. Nobody wants it. Remember what we were saying about this printing. Remember what Jay Wall was saying for months and months, even a year, for even a year, a whole year. He's been saying too much of this frivolous spending, too much of this frivolous printing is going to bite us in the ass. And here we are, folks.
And the wild thing is, I've seen people in the pandemic when they were getting their stimmies and their EBT cards were getting just full to the brim with money, and they thought it was cute. They was eating steak and lobster every night and shit. But now, because of that, your egg sandwich is going to cost you what that steak and lobster would have cost you before. It's it's wild because I've watched people do it left and right. We got this stimmy, we got this and that, eating good, spending all his bread, and the money that they printed for you to do such a thing is now going to make it to where you'll probably never be able to do that again. It's a wild it's a wild game they played on us, man.
Yes, absolutely a wild predicament to be in.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts, man. And the wild thing is, if you look at it, like, there's no fucking way that they didn't know what they were doing. So all that printing that we were like, this is a bad idea, it's not good. How can you send billions here, billions there? And like, oh man, like it's insane just to see that, like, they have, what do they call it? Lockstep. That, like, man, it's just a cold trick when you think about it. Like every time they went on TV and like, we printed this, we're giving this stimulus, this, that, don't go to work, all that shit lands us right here.
Yeah.
And the wildest shit is the mass amounts of people who couldn't fathom such a thing. But it's like, it's the writings on the wall.
Yeah, and the thing is like, there's no way around it, bro. There's no way around it. What's happening is what's happening is going to be permanently fixed for the next few centuries. Like, China is definitely proving itself to be the next financial superpower of the 21st century. And now we as Americans, we have to eat that pie. You know what I'm saying? Because we've never seen it before. We've sat in this seat for so long. We don't know it. We don't have a generation that don't know us being the global leader.
Yeah, and that's the
So,
thing too. Like people, when people go on vacations or they watch documentaries, shit on TV, read books, whatever, however they get knowledge of how it is in other countries and how they can't do the things that we do because they don't get the money's just not there to do things,
hmm
to have whatever. Just anytime you want, just order a pizza. That's not real life for a lot of parts of the world, and this is going to be our reality here. And the thing about it is, on one hand, I don't even look at it. I wouldn't look at it as such a horrible thing, because I really feel like the all the material shit and the keeping up with the Joneses and having to have the newest fly shit, that's always been the sucker shit to me anyways. And I've seen like small villages in some countries, and all they do all day is go out and fish and hunt and come back home, and they have a big celebration because they brought dinner home, they eat, they got their family, and that's exactly how they live it all day every day. And
hmm
some aspects, looking at that, I get jealous of that culture because I'm like, man, that just looks like they just living, man. They just living. I ain't got time to worry about the dumb shit. They just living life every
yeah.
day. Wake up and just try to survive a bit and bring it home and take care of the only thing that really should matter, which would be family, you know? And
hmm
I ain't never been mad at that lifestyle when I've seen it. But I know there's so many people in this country that can't fathom that they could never even be all right with, this is just how it is, man. This is how we live in it now. It's the barter system. We got to fucking go out here and get it more than we got to. Nothing's handed to us. But man, they gonna lose their shit, dog. They are gonna lose their
Yeah, and
mind.
you got to ask yourself, what system do we know outside of the fiat petrodollar system that we have? And like I said, majority of Americans don't even understand that system. The fact that we were knocked out, we were kicked off we were actually scratched off of the gold reserve in 1971. Thank you, Nixon. Like, the fact that, like, the money's not backed by anything, but we put so much faith in it that once we don't have it, like what the fuck are people gonna do? See, the thing is, what's coming gives us no options. See, we had now, even though the capitalistic system as it exists today is completely corrupt, fucked up, we still have options. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Even though it's completely fucked up, we still have options. With the system that they are creating and that is coming in July of this year, there will be no option.
Yeah, none. I think that's the scariest trick too. Like I said, it's one thing just live in a culture where you got to really, get out there and get it from the mud every day. That's a life. That's a livable life because plenty of cultures have only lived that life ever, and that's it. But the wildest thing about it is with this digital currency, like you might not even be able to live it like that. It might not even be as sweet as that because if they got control over every transaction, you might not be able to just run off the barter system, or you might not be able to pay for just the bare necessities. Go out there and go catch a fish.
Yeah,
It'll
yeah,
be clearly up to the ones that control that currency to let you know what you can and you cannot do and can have and cannot have with it. It ain't
yeah,
like
man. And
all they got to do is say you can't buy shotgun shells. Well, if you decided you were going to go rabbit hunting today to feed your family and you didn't have no fucking shotgun shells, you might not be able to go get them.
yeah,
That's
and
the
see,
scariest part about it. Because, like I said, I really feel that just humans have proven all over the world that you don't need all the shit we have here to live a life. Most people will never see it, never have multiple pair of shoes in the closet, let alone one. Like shit we take for granted. But when you can't even live it like they live it because you have no power over any way of doing a transaction to get necessities, that's a whole nother fucking life there.
so
That's a whole nother big problem.
you saying that we've allowed our decadence to make us stupid
Oh, for
collectively?
sure. Yeah, for sure. I do. Because like I
Mm.
said, I mean, what do you think the majority of this country is gonna do when they don't have any more money? Like all the shit that was in your bank, you don't have it no more. Now we got this digital shit you sign up for, you can have this, but it comes with a laundry list of fucking rules and regulations you have to follow to keep that shit. And you might not even get your value back. Say you had 20 grand in the bank, you've been saving up for months, years, whatever you got. And when they switch it out, well, no, you can't have 20 grand. We're gonna give you this much.
Yeah, it takes us back to the point of what we was talking about the last show we did on concerning the bank failures. When we did the show Collapse Bank on it, and we pointed out that there was some things that seemed very strange about that whole event. But now it's kind of making sense to me because if the government, if the federal government decided to get into the crypto market, what better way to do that by creating regulations under the guise of rescuing?
Yeah,
We've yeah
I
we've
can
we've
almost guarantee you that's exactly why that shit happened.
yeah I absolutely, one hand washes the other, man. I think it's all orchestrated because now the federal government can easily walk into to the crypto market with their own cryptocurrency and regulate other cryptocurrencies because they have presidents,
Yeah.
which is wild, bro. The thing is, man, this is they literally. I think they literally planned this. Um, especially with I'm thinking with the collapse of the banks, the crypto banks itself, and how too big to fail banks came to Credit Suisse's um, rescue. It also it makes for easier regulations for federal government to me.
Yeah. This takes back to that saying, and I'm probably gonna butcher it. But what was the devil's greatest trick? Uh Making people believe he didn't exist or some shit like that. That is what I think about when I see shit like this, that is all an orchestrated plan to get a certain result that they want. Like, anybody who thinks that we saw this coming, but the powers that be, the hierarchy, all the big financial people, all the people at the White House, all the people in the mainstream media, all the people in the military, the government, every faction of it, to think that they're dumb enough that they just did this by happenstance and didn't
Yeah,
realize the outcome is a crazy thought. And I really feel like a lot of people think that, like, well, they're just so fucking dumb they messed the money up. No, they're 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 so smart that they fucked the money up. That's the problem.
well, I think all policies go hand in hand. I think one policy is a domino hitting another. I mean, I think it's just I think it all runs into it's each other. As far as policies go, and especially if they have an agenda that's cryptic or esoteric, um, not readily seen by the masses, and only known by a few. If they have an agenda of a sort, I think that it totally makes sense that everything will fall in line as it's falling, because now if you look at it, the federal government can easily walk into the crypto market just by the helping of Silicon Valley Bank.
Yeah, and think about it. What was the biggest draw? What was the biggest selling point for anybody to want to get crypto?
Mm.
It's unregulated.
It's unregulated, it's decentralized, and now we have a government that's talking about giving us a centralized cryptocurrency that's regulated by the government, and it's your only option. Central bank digital currency will be the only option.
Yeah.
Like you said, okay, to your point, look at this graph right here, bro. What you just said. CBDC is serfdom. It's surveillance. It's monitoring. It's socialism. Bitcoin provides freedom. Cryptocurrency in itself provides freedoms, options, decentralized. So I mean, just speaking to your point, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, and the wildest thing is all the people who bought into Bitcoin and have it and use it and for that purpose and that reason, because it's decentralized, it's unregulated. They're not even going to let them keep that. So
Exactly. If all those other cryptocurrencies need to be watching their asses, especially when nation states and governments play the crypto game and starts regulating, because if Crypto C over here is messing with the bottom line of Crypto A, then Crypto C won't exist anymore.
Right. Absolutely. Honestly, if I had a fuck ton of money tied up in Bitcoin right now, I'd cash all that shit out and try to fucking get as much of the fucking the BRICS coin as I could.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as possible. The bad thing is, I feel like the BRICS coin is going to be like the CBDC coin for all the people that have it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the exact same shit with the.
It's the exact same thing, but the difference is it's not westernized. It's not Western controlled. It's not controlled by the West. And see, that's the key. That's the key to understanding all of this. You don't have these leaders getting together. You don't have these leaders getting together without a complete focus plan on what they're trying to do. This is a push against the West and westernized capitalism, westernized politics. This is a push against all of that.
Yeah, and God, man, it's getting so close to here. It's crazy. Brazil, Mexico, shit, India. Like you were saying on the last show, India and China don't even have had a horrible relationship.
Yeah,
Thus far.
but they're willing to fuck with each other when it comes to finance and when it comes to global economy. See, they know they want a seat at the table. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how I feel about you personally. When it comes to business, this is business right here, and this right here will be the new structure of the next century. I'm telling you, this is the new structure of the next century, and they're bidding for their seat at the table. And what they're trying to do is cut America out. And if you think, see right here, what to say? It has we got Brazil. We got Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. But like I said, we got Japan. Japan is on board with it. Hold on, let's look at it real quick. We got South African president. Well, not we got the South African president is involved, but this is the Kenyan president. Like we got Saudi. We got the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Brazil, Japan. Like all these powers, all these superpowers have decided. And if you think that people, and if you think the West ain't paying attention, what does that say, Jay Wall?
India is leading in de-dollarization as 18 countries, including UK, Germany, and Israel, agreed to trade in rupee.
Which is the Indian currency. So
God,
remember,
when the United Kingdom and Germany are trading in Indian dollars,
yeah,
God damn.
yeah, yeah. So don't think it's all just these are Asian countries. These are all the Asian and Islamic countries coming against America. No, it's no. This is
And
remember, this is the seat at the table for the next century. This is the seat at the table, guys.
I think here's something else worth paying attention to. Where is the list of all the countries signing up to get on the American digital currency? don't really seem like there's a lot of people signing up.
Yeah, and and the thing is, bro, is like people don't see the the pain that's coming for all of us because this is the beginning of what is known as de-dollarization. Oh, it's gonna remember throwing making it rain in the fucking strip clubs is gonna be a whole different feeling. Where
Yeah.
you when you're doing it with digital currency, it's gonna be a whole different. You ain't throwing no more paper. Ain't gonna be no more paper throwing.
No shit. The way they gonna about to do us, making it rain in the strip club gonna be dangerous for strippers because it gonna be hard to dance with people throwing Campbell soup cans up on the stage.
Yeah, yeah.
Knock a bitch slick out. Well, it's ramen night. It's ramen night. Keep your goddamn cans at home. You got those noodles up here. We're
Bitch
losing
got to
too many
dance with a
strippers.
bitch got to dance with a digital wallet at all times. She got to. Oh God, this gonna be horrible. It's gonna be horrible. Yeah, it's gonna be horrible. Will you read that real quick for me, Jay Walski?
De-dollarization refers to the process of reducing or eliminating the use of the U.S. dollar in a country's financial system.
Mm. Now, when that financial system is its own country, then you got a problem. when, when it's happening in your own financial system, that's a problem. So yeah, that's what's happening. The de-dollarization of America and the globe. But when it's going to happen globally first, and then America will have the American federal government will have no other choice but to respond with some executive action that will lead to CBDC.
And my thing is too with that, like with the Saudis cutting deals, um, the dollar going Kaputski, no more gold standard. Like, what the fuck where's the value even at in the CBDC? What's its what value does it even hold?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Especially if all these other countries are going to sign up on another currency that's not the CBDC. Like, who even wants that shit? What is that shit even going to do? It seems almost like it'd be better off to have the BRICS one. Really?
And see,
Seem,
the thing
seem like
is,
it's going to be
hey,
padded with a lot more fucking money flowing through it than this fucking thing.
yeah, because see, the BRICS, see, the CBDC will be a response to the brick coin. It will be a response to the digital currency that's created by BRICS and all its members, and the many members to come. Saudi Arabia, Iran, Brazil, Mexico, and others, Malaysia, Kuwait. Um, the thing is, like, this is something that's going to affect us all, and the thing is, I can't stress how serious this shit is because me and my man Jay Walski have been talking about this shit so long that it kind of sounds redundant at this point. Like we have been warning you over and over. My man Jay Walski has been strict about telling people that this flooding of money into our fucking financial system is going to kick us in the ass. He's been saying it for months. and I got him. I got him down. I got him damn near a year. I got him damn near a year saying the same shit, and it kind of sounds redundant because we keep saying the same shit, but it's serious because now it's coming to a head. July of this year, the federal government will be rolling out what? What does it say, Jay Wowski?
De-dollarization has begun. 2 days ago, as the world's reserve currency, the US dollar is essentially the default currency in international trade and a global unit of account because well, yeah, I mean, fuck. When the leader of Kenya is like, yeah, we don't want to fuck with them American dollars anymore. Y'all should we got to quit trading with that. Like Kenya.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck that. I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Put that stay warm tonight with that? You gonna fucking burn it? You gonna wipe your ass with it? 'Cause that's about all you can do with it.
Yeah,
It's
remember
insane. I
like
went to Jamaica. I went to Jamaica like 6 years ago, bro. And they tried to get us to, well, they didn't try to, but they offered to trade our American dollars for Jamaican dollars. And this dude that was with us, like a dummy at the time, did it. And I'm talking for $200 that were two bills folded up in my pocket. This motherfucker damn near had to have a briefcase to take it out of there with it.
damn.
6 years ago. Now in Jamaica, they'll probably be like, you don't even have nothing to give me. Like their currency's probably worth more than ours at this fucking point.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I bet Mexico's laughing like, oh yeah, you making fun of the peso, were you? Bet you wish you had a peso now, motherfucker.
Yeah, man. And the thing is, G, it's like it's being reported like it's not hard to Google these reports and see that like look, this is 1 day ago. De-dollarization train is moving at full speed, and gold is the first to react. Yes, gold is going up. The price of gold is going up. Yes, it is.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, the price of gold's going up, and pretty soon we ain't gonna be able to buy none of that shit anyways. Not with what we got over here. Like it's gonna be a wild thing to see some people that got like a cool milli in the bank, $200,000-$300,000 house, brand new car, and broke as fuck. Like that's an insane thought. Oh man,
It is, dude. Like it, like what needs to be said, man? Chinese Chinese de-dollarization drives comes to LNG. It's here. Like we are in it. Like we are in the moment where the dollar is not the global reserve currency. Like
that's the trip about doing this show. Like you said, we've been warning about this, but the thing is, like, this no longer is a warning show. Like we're just telling you, like, this is happening,
win.
folks.
Like yeah, this is a win show. Like win is like, yeah. This is no longer a warning show. Yeah, because the warnings like we blew the trumpet for too long, and we're going to continue to blow the trumpet until the day that we can't blow it no more. But at the same fucking time, it's just yeah, this is not a warning show. This is a win. When will it happen? Well, July is the beginning of this. Read that for me, J. Wild, real quick.
All right, Fed Now service. The Fed Now service will help enable financial institutions to deliver end-to-end faster payment services to their customers.
I am about
Buddy.
to show. Yeah, I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you their commercial. This is the commercial. I need everyone that will be watching this to share this. You'll be watching the replay. Replay this for someone that you care about because this shit is real. This is the Fed Now commercial.
In today's fast-paced world, time is money. More people, businesses, and organizations are demanding instant payments. That's why the Federal Reserve is developing the FedNow service, a safe and efficient instant payments infrastructure that will modernize the U.S. payment system. The FedNow service will give financial institutions the opportunity to innovate, enabling their customers to send and receive money in seconds, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Funds will settle between financial institutions in real time, which means there's no buildup of interbank obligations, and end users will have access to the funds in seconds. How will the FedNow service work? Imagine the owner of a coffee shop is running low on coffee beans and needs to schedule a quick delivery. She places an order, and the coffee bean company sends her a request for payment. She responds to the request for payment and pays for the coffee beans right then and there through an app from her credit union, which uses the FedNow service. Once she initiates the payment, her credit union screens the payment and sends an ISO 20022 compliant payment message, either directly or through a service provider to the FedNow service over the Federal Reserve's FedLine network. The FedNow service instantly validates the payment message and passes it along to the coffee bean supplier's bank. In real time, the supplier's bank confirms to the FedNow service that it intends to accept the payment.
Yeah. Oh, you see how you see how they beautify the language, modernize to modernize.
That
Yeah,
sounded like pure fucking communism.
yeah. And they're gonna throw it 24/7. Like you can't do that already. Should we mention that just Tuesday that the inventor of Cash App was murdered? Shouldn't we mention that because this is the death of cash? So why not knock off a creator of Cash App?
Oh, and best believe that has everything to do with this shit.
Oh please! Oh yes, it does. Well, they're going to tell you it doesn't, but yes, it does.
Yeah, there is a reason that probably would have been beneficial to us to keep that guy around, and he's not here anymore.
Maybe it has something to do with a mobile wallet that he was creating that was very protective to the user. Maybe it has something to do with it. But the thing is, this is real, folks. The Fed Now program will be beginning in January. It says right here, Forbes, real time Fed Now expected to boost instant payments. See, this is it. This is how you're gonna be spending money for the foreseeable future. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. says Fed Now CBDC is the slippery slope to financial slavery. This is 10 hours ago.
Poor feller.
Every time a Kennedy speaks the truth, they get shot in the face.
Yeah, he better stay out
Yeah.
of fucking convertibles. I can tell him that much.
hmm
Oh
But
man, God, we are so fucked because like there's no way this shit's not gonna happen.
happening. Yeah, there's no way. And the thing is,
I mean,
the,
it's
the
already
thing,
happening. I mean, fuck, you see all these countries lining up with China and Russia. There are the bowling ball is already down the lane.
yeah, there's no way of separating the fact that these countries have made their minds up These countries, these nation states, these leaders of these nation states have decided to go the route that benefits their countries. And sadly, we're going to have to deal with it. The federal government is going to deal with it by making a currency for us that can be regulated in the digital marketplace and compete with all the other digital currencies that will be made by different nation states.
Damn.
So
I
it's a
know.
brave new world, my friend.
Next time I go to get some tree, dude, I'm getting the biggest bag I can afford.
And baby, sit on it a little bit.
You know, because it's gonna reach a point you're gonna wake up and be like, I can't even get no weed. Like, how you gonna get weed with the CBDC shit?
Exactly. Ooh, you just said some deep shit right there. So, what does this do to the black market? Because, okay, understand the U.S. petrodollar is king in the black market, right?
Yeah.
So, if you beat the petrodollar down to absolutely nothing and make it completely worthless, how will the black market remain black? You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Yeah.
Your only other option would be to trade in unregulated cryptocurrency, which they seem to be making a non-existing thing at the moment. So yeah, what are you gonna do? You're gonna use your
'Cause-
CBDC and like, I need to send this to my homie for whatever you say. Like, how is that even gonna work? Will you even be able to trade this shit between people to people? Like, can you pay the kid down the street with CBDC to mow your grass anymore? Or is that shit
oh
over?
yeah, like could you trade people to people like you used to do with Cash App? You know, you could give people money. You could be the bank and actually give people money. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't look good. Don't Does not look good, bro.
No. And the wildest shit is with all the shit that's went down, all the woes of the world, the problems in this country, all the solutions that could have been found. What did we get? Uh, a hierarchy that poked holes all through our fucking financial system to the point of absolute financial control.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're in Flint, Michigan, you should know now that nobody was ever gonna fix your water.
Ever. And water systems around the country is going to get worse. Infrastructure, it's done. I'm talking about let's figure it out. Let's figure out how we're going to pay for our infrastructure with CBDC. Let's figure out how we're going to do that. How we're going to pay our employees who are underpaid already
Oh yeah, and
with
think about that.
CBD.
All the
See,
all the beautiful shopping centers and big neighborhoods and golf courses with all the sprinkler systems and shit. Like, that shit ain't like, the only way if that sprinkler's turned on, it ain't even gonna hit no grass because you're gonna have a line of people with their mouth on it trying to get something to drink. Like,
exactly.
it's like, think about the deterioration of shit like that. Like, motherfucking like overgrown golf courses that are just sitting there just fucking vacant and shit. Just crazy
Yeah,
shit.
and it's going to happen because the first thing the first step is to make the dollar worthless. They have to make the dollar worthless in order to create this CBDC. The globe, the nation states of the globe has decided to help with the acceleration of making the dollar worthless. But when you have a government that is okay with the fall of the dollar in essence. They are okay. Our own government is okay with the fall of its own currency. Why? Because it gives them the ability to create a newer currency with more regulations, more monitoring, more centralized, more surveillance. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the boot on the throat move right here.
Hmm.
I tell you what, man, the dude who made up digital currency went from looking like a genius to a real cocksucker.
Yeah. 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 And if you again, real quick before we go, if you don't want to put all of this under this administration with these horrible fucking numbers, if you don't want to give all of this to what I affectionately know as the Biden crime family, I want to give you another video to prove to you that this is in the plans of the Biden administration.
The Biden administration is currently itching to create a digital authoritarian styled surveillance style digital dollar. And through an executive order, they are pursuing analysis on a retail CBDC that would not be open, permissionless, or private. In fact, it would be ridden with significant risk to Americans' privacy, security, financial inclusion, and a whole lot more. This kind of digital currency would give the federal government access to and control over literally every financial transaction conducted by Americans. That's why I, along with a number of my colleagues, introduced the CBDC Anti-Surveillance State Act.
Mm-mm-mm. Well, you gotta. They're already legislating against the act that hasn't even happened yet. Yeah, yeah. So you know it's bad, folks. This is the end. This is the end of the dollar. No more paper. No more paper. All digital. All digital. It's over. It's over, folks. July. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. On somebody got to say this shit. You heard Jay Wall say it. You heard Earth the Nerve say it. Yes, we've been saying it for a while now, and we're gonna continue to say it until we can't say it no more. We're fucked. We fucked. Yeah, it's over. The end of the dollar. No more paper. All digital. Rise of the new world currency, and this is where we at.
You know, another thing, real quick, just a scary thought I had about that. Everybody's on digital currency. There's no paper. There's no coins. There's no nothing like this. And they just turn the grid off. Blue.
Ooh.
You could at one time cut off the program or whatever, however you slice it up, whatever that is this coin, and not one citizen has a move, has anything at all. Like everybody at once, no nothing. That's insane.
Yep. And
So,
the thing is,
think about that. Like, what if there was some kind of uprising of people that were like, "This is bullshit. Fuck you. We're not doing it," and they just be like, "All right," and then just cut it off completely.
yeah, yeah. And see, the thing is, it's going to make it hard for it's going to make it hard for people to resist because your only means of eating, your only means of survival is regulated and controlled by the government that you're trying to resist, the government that you're trying to fight against. You see?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, these are weird and wicked times we live in, son. And I'm just saying that everyone listening, that be prepared because this is happening. July is the day that Fed Now will be rolled out. and we'll see where it goes, man. Um, from here on out, you should be seeing your paper money being decreased in value. Um, the thing is with the BRICS digital currency is that the plan is that it will be backed by hard assets, gold, silver, and other earth materials, minerals that are of value. So that coin will be backed by something. What will this coin be backed by? Fear, uh, intimidation, peer pressure. This coin will be backed by something, but it won't be backed by hard assets. I assure you of that. Why? Because our dollar isn't.
Yeah.
So,
And all the hard assets are in the countries, the other countries that already signed up for the other coin. They're the only ones with the shit to trade, anyways.
Bum DeMarco. I don't know if he's. It sounds like a troll. I'm sure it's a troll. I'm pretty sure probably a troll I'm really familiar with. But he said something really funny, so I'm gonna go ahead. But he said you will love your clone meat and new currency. Obey.
That's a fact. Oh, yo. I didn't even think about that aspect of it, but that's a hell of a point. Well, they tell you what you can and can't do with your currency. Well, that means
Oh,
that means if you're like, man, fuck it, I ain't eating bugs, that fake bullshit, man. I'm eating steaks and bacon cheeseburgers till I die. Well, not if they don't allow you to buy it.
exactly. China has a social credit score. Will we have a social credit score?
Oh yeah, there ain't no way they'd roll this shit out if they weren't gonna hold us to the fucking fire with it.
Hmm. So if you speak out against their policies, they just cut off your account.
Yeah. Oh, and best you believe me, there'll be incentives to get people cut off too. So some of your neighbors are gonna be some real grimy motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, policing each other.
That bitch you hate at your job, you're about to hate her a lot worse.
Oh yeah, because she's coming for your CBDC.
Oh, that's gonna be the new petty. That's gonna start a lot of bullshit with people. Because boy, there's gonna be some people that they can make it to where you can't even eat today.
I'm gonna get your account hit, bitch. I'm gonna get your account hit, bitch.
Yeah, you thought World Star was some shit.
Hey, behind the bar, you need to do a show about this. This is your new money. Take a good look at it behind the bar. CBDC. It's the new money. Yeah. You need to do a show about it. It's fucked up. It's over. No more paper. All digital. July. You heard it here first. When July comes around and you see it come down the pike, you can come back and say, "Damn it, that crazy nigga Earth the Nerve was right. That nigga somebody, Jaywowski, was right." So, yeah, that's what it is, man.
This shit is crazy. They
Yeah.
ain't even gonna be able to do good music anymore. People used to flex about making big bread in music. Now the only thing they're gonna be able to do is like, I obeyed, son. That's why I got this
Yeah.
drip. I got this drip because I
Yeah.
obeyed, son.
Yeah. My account is flooded. My account is flooded. My
Yeah.
government account is flooded.
CBDC rules everything around me because I snitched on my neighbor.
Yeah.
Well, I think we had a good time while it lasted, right?
Well, see, the millions that you have in the bank will be regulated and dwindled down to a limited amount that the government will foresee and manage for you. So you don't have to worry about it. If you don't have a bank account, don't worry about it because it's gonna be like the Obama phone. Everybody gets one. Everybody gets an Obama phone. Everybody gets a CBDC account, and you're gonna be okay because your dollars is gonna be worthless when it takes $10 to buy two cigarillos. When it takes $50 to get a quarter of gas in your tank, you're gonna understand the purpose of somebody got to say this shit. Like we are here to help.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, this shit gonna be crazy when you start seeing motherfuckers house pets on the grill.
Oh man, it's coming. What do you say? Dog meat? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, clone
Yeah,
meat.
dogs, cats, squirrels. It's gonna be wild because you know some big motherfuckers out here just they ain't gonna know what to do. They ain't gonna know how to act at all, and they just gonna lose their shit completely.
Yeah, yeah, because this shit is not. This shit ain't gonna go away. This is not a dream. This is not a dream scenario. This is happening, folks, and whether you like it or not, you're gonna have to deal with it because CBDC is coming. Your dollars, the world has spoken. They don't want your dollars anymore, and if your dollars don't mean shit to them, it pretty soon is not gonna mean shit to you because it was backed by nothing anyway. It was backed by nothing. See, the only thing that it was backed by is has basically said fuck you. Petroleum, petro oil, petro dollar. The thing is, if they don't, if they're not using American money to trade petro, then guess what? We're fucked. So
Oh
that's the
yeah,
Yeah.
and we thought we saw ridiculous gas prices so far in our life.
Oh, we haven't seen anything yet. We haven't seen. It's going to get bad. It's going to get very, very bad, folks. I am not. I am just reporting what I know to be true. I am not. I'm not an alarmist. I'm not. This is not a fear tactic. This is going to happen whether you like me or not.
Yep.
So,
If you ain't watched this show or seen any of the coverage that my guy put together for this from the mainstream, this is not like this is probably going to happen. It's already going down. World leaders are shaking hands. People are signing up for their currency, this currency. This is a guaranteed fact. Which, if I knew this was going to happen when it did, I would have charged $40 at the door for my comedy show because it wouldn't have fucking mattered anyways.
oh shit.
But you know, you live and you learn, right? Yo, where'd you go? You freeze up on me, guy. Or did we talk too much shit? He done been hit.
No, I'm good, G. I was saying that, yeah, and matter of fact, we're gonna roll out on that. Promote your show, man.
Yeah, man. This coming Saturday, April the 8th, the Murder Circus Comedy Show. We're showing up in Georgetown, Kentucky, 401 Atlas Center Drive, Posh Affairs. It's gonna be a hell of a night, man. I got some heavy hitters coming. Everybody on that lineup is a bona fide murderer on that comedy stage. as soon as the headliner, Mr. Tim Northern, Louisville legend, headline when he wraps the show, we're gonna open it up to a DJ. Karaoke will be there if you want to get up there and sing. Barbecue pit out front, full bar. It's gonna be a hell of a night, man. A good way to end your opening night at Keeneland. Come on out and fuck with us, man. It's gonna be a good show. Like I said, everybody on there is gonna hit them over the head with something nice. There ain't gonna be a dry ass in the seat. I promise you.
Yeah. Murder Circus this Saturday. Doors open at 7.
Yes, sir. Doors open at 7. Show goes live at 8.
Yeah, man. So I know we're harbingers of doom and gloom, but you gotta have fun too. In between the turmoil and the trouble, you gotta have fun. You gotta learn to laugh. Take a break from crying and laugh a little bit and have fun. Dance. Do something that makes life worth living, because the way it looks, it's gonna get a bit harder. So yeah, yo, like I said, man, somebody got to say this shit is a platform here to make sure that we bring awareness to the issues that affect us all, and that's what we do it for. Again, this episode is End of the Dollar. No more paper, all digital. The rise of the new world currency. Pay attention to the news, pay attention to the market, pay attention to your spending power and the dwindling power. Pay attention, because when July comes, I don't want your dumb ass to be surprised.
Yeah. We can only hope they do it like the second week of July, so at least we can get one more fourth out of them, one more hot dog eating, beer drinking, blowing up shit. What motherfuckers gonna be sick? You spend a couple grand on fireworks, which you're only gonna light and destroy and throw away, and then the next week you're on a digital currency.
and look, the more people that resist, the harder it will be for this administration to enact such a device. So we need people to resist. We need people to kick up dust. We need people to fight against this. And I have to say that the fight may be in vain. Regardless, we have to fight. So with that being said, I am Earth the Nerve, aka Mr. Somebody. Everybody, somebody. Somebody got to say this shit. You guys be safe and be aware this shit is going to happen. Jay Wowski, I love you, man.
I love you too, my guy. Always a pleasure, my friend.
Until next time, somebody got to say this shit.
Somebody gotta say this shit, so piss a bitch. Fuck your government. I'm hesitant to holler out that I'm in. I represent hollow points and Mac tears. So don't think them shots coming out of them. Last thing that you see is Nat Turner's grin. I'm a savage, not your average white boy, my friend. We ain't shooting. Fuck red, white, and blue. Earth they nerve like militias in the booth. Spit that word like the wisdom nigga too. Get that herb like I need a blunt or two. Fuck y'all all, each and every one of you. You niggas wanna stay asleep? Fuck you motherfuckers too. All you niggas ain't loyal. Fuck the government soil. Bring heat to the planet to this motherfucker boil. There's no more talk. Through the grave y'all walk. I talk for the slave from the grave. It's war. Thank you.